Hello and welcome to this training video. Today we're going to look at two-train operation using tokens. This is a secondary method of two-train operation in addition to the radio which we normally use. The reason for setting this up is to give us more flexibility when we don't have a controller or we don't have enough crew to run two trains with a radio. Today we will look at the setup, the operation and the pack down of the system, and also what to do when there has been locomotive failure. Two-train operation with tokens needs a minimum of 4 people, and it will be up to the duty manager to decide when and where he wants to implement the service based on how many people are riding the railway at the time. In this video we'll give you all the information you need to operate the system safely and effectively. The principle of two-train operation with tokens is that only one train may be in a section of line at any one time. For the Ruislip Lido Railway, the line is divided into 2 sections as defined on this map. The yellow section denoted from Woody Bay to Eleanor's Junction, and the blue section denoted from Eleanor's Junction to Willow Lawn. The authority for a train to be in a section is by means of a token. Here we have the yellow token denoted Woody Bay to Eleanor's Junction, and for the other section of line we have the blue token denoted Eleanor's Junction to Willow Lawn. Copies of this map and also rules in the new rulebook will be given to you during the briefing.
An easy way to remember which colour token is for which section of the line is to turn our attention to the yellow token. The yellow token, yellow, starts with a Y, and Woody Bay is the only station on the line to have any Ys in it. Therefore, this link is that the yellow token is for the Woody Bay to Eleanor's Junction section, and that the blue token is for the Willow Lawn to Eleanor's Junction section.
When the duty manager has decided that he wants to use 2 trains with tokens, you will find the tokens in the Woody Bay safe. Right guys, we're busy enough for 2-train operation today using the tokens. Phil, can you drive this one?
Yep.
Here's the Eleanor's Junction to Willow Lawn token. Robert, now you've seen it, that's the right token, okay? There you go, Phil.
There you go.
Right, Phil, you're nearly ready to go. Can you please call me on the radio when you've put the token board down and you're clear of the token board, please? Thank you.
The driver of the first train to operate under token working should stop at the Eleanor's Junction token stop board and open both boards. Once the train has come to a stand, the guards should alight from the train and proceed to a point where they can see the token stop board. Once they have seen it's been lowered, they should get back onto the train and give the driver 2 buzzes. Once the rear of the train is clear of the token stop board, the driver should report this to the duty manager on channel 2.
Railway Bayhurst to duty manager. Token stop board is now open. I am clear of the token stop board and on my way to Willow Lawn. Over.
Thank you, Railway Bayhurst. You've opened the stop board and now on the way to Willow Lawn. Duty manager out. Duty manager Railway John, come in please.
Railway John receiving, go ahead duty manager, over.
Duty manager to Railway John, the other train has left Eleanor's Junction with the correct token. You're now authorised to set back into Woody Bay. Please re-advise me when all points set for the main line, over.
Thank you duty manager, understand the first train is now clear of Eleanor's Junction, has the correct token, and I am now clear out of the carriage shed, reverse into Woody Bay platform, and will advise when points are reset for the main line, over.
That's correct, Railway John. Duty manager out.
At this point, token working is now in operation. The boards have been lowered and the first train has the Eleanor's Junction to Willow Lawn token and is currently occupying that section. The duty manager has given verbal permission for the second train to come out of the shed at Woody Bay and reverse into the station. Once in the station, the driver will be handed the token.
There you go guys, there's the Woody Bay to Eleanor's Junction token.
The guard of the second train witnesses the duty manager hand the driver the Woody Bay to Eleanor's Junction token. Here we see Railway John approaching Eleanor's Junction. The driver must stop at the token stop board because the token that they are currently in possession of, the yellow token, does not allow them to proceed beyond the token stop board. Coming in from the other direction is Railway Bayhurst, whose token does not allow them to proceed any further than the token stop board. It is very important that you pull right up to the token stop board so that the rear of your train does not foul the points at Eleanor's Junction. To exchange tokens, both drivers must get out of their cabs and swap tokens with the other driver. Once they are in possession of the new token, they must turn to show their guard that they have the correct token. Let's see the exchange again, but this time from the point of view of the guard of the train that has come from Willow Lawn. The guard will raise their arm above their head to acknowledge to the driver that they can see that they are in possession of the correct token. And now let's witness the exchange from the point of view of the other guard. The driver should wait for 2 buzzes from the guard to confirm they are back on the train before moving. Now that the drivers of both trains have the correct new token, they are clear to proceed. These two drivers are about to swap tokens. However, they get distracted and make two mistakes. Can you spot what the two mistakes are?
Right. Oh, shit. Sorry, what was that? No, can't see anybody. Right.
Did you spot them? Because they got distracted, the drivers picked up the wrong tokens and ended up with the incorrect token for the section that they were about to proceed into. Entering a section without the correct token is strictly prohibited. Both drivers also failed to show their tokens to their respective guards.
Railer John to Railer Bayhurst, carried out turnaround procedures. We are now ready to depart. Are you ready to depart from Woody Bay? Over.
So as to avoid waiting at Eleanor's Junction for too long, coordinate your departure with the other train using the radio.
Thank you, Railer Bayhurst. We are departing now. Railer John out. Railer John to Railer Bayhurst, carried out turnaround procedures. Now ready to depart. Are you ready to depart from Woody Bay? Over.
Railer Bayhurst, Railer John, no, we're still loading here. I'll be a few minutes there. I'll give you another call when we're ready to leave. Over.
Message understood. Railer Bayhurst, Railer John out.
When you have finished your driving turn, remember to leave the token in the locomotive. The next driver should check the token, ensuring it is the correct one. They should then show it to the guard, who will acknowledge that they have seen it. We will now look at how to end token working, starting with the first train to be put away.
There you go, Murray. Cheers, Andy. You're all clear. You can put the train away. Let me know when you're clear. All right.
Understood, mate.
The driver surrenders the Woody Bay to Eleanor's Junction token to the duty manager before disposing of the train. Railer Bayhurst is now clear of the main line. Even though Railer John is now the only train on the line, token working is still in operation until the duty manager gives permission for the token stop boards to be raised.
Railer John to duty manager, now stationary at the token stop board. Over.
Thank you, Railer John. Stationary at the token stop board. The second train is away in the stop shed. You're clear to fold up the token stop board and proceed back to Woody Bay as the only train online. Over.
Thank you, duty manager. I understand the other train is now stationary in the carriage shed. I can now fold up the stop board and return back to Woody Bay. Over.
That's correct, Railer John, duty manager out.
Only the duty manager can authorise the token stop boards to be closed. Once the token stop boards are closed, token working is terminated. Once the duty manager has both tokens in their possession, the token should be stored in the top drawer of the Woody Bay safe. We now turn our attention to locomotive failures during token working.
Railway Bayhurst to duty manager, over.
Railway Bayhurst coming over.
I have failed on the down line at Fireman's Crossing. I'll need assistance from another loco, over.
Thank you, Railway Bayhurst. I understand you failed on the down line at Farmers Crossing. We'll send a loco out from Woody Bay. Please remain where you are and await further instructions, over.
Railway Bayhurst received. I'll wait here for the other loco and wait for further instructions, over.
That's correct, duty manager out. Duty manager to Railway John, come in please.
Railway Bayhurst has failed in the Woody Bay to Eleanor's Junction section. To enable a rescue locomotive to attach to the front of Railway Bayhurst, the rescue locomotive needs to proceed into the section currently occupied by Railway John. For this to safely happen, the duty manager is instructing Railway John to proceed no further than Haste Hill. This is so that the rescue locomotive can safely pass into the Eleanor's Junction to Willow Lawn section and then reverse over the points onto Railway Bayhurst.
That's correct, John. Duty manager out.
Railway John to duty manager, now stationary at Haste Hill and waiting further instructions, over.
Thank you, Railway John. Stationary at Haste Hill. Await further instructions, duty manager out. Duty manager to Railway Graham, come in please, over. Railway Graham to duty manager, receiving you, over. Railway Bayhurst has failed on the down line at Farmers Crossing. Can you proceed from Woody Bay up to Eleanor's Junction and reverse back onto the train on the down line? Railway John is stationary at Haste Hill. Over. Railway Graham to Railway Duty Manager. Understood, depart Woody Bay. We'll follow on road up to Eleanor's Loop and we'll then proceed back down one way to Farmers Crossing where I will find the broken down loco, over. That's correct, Railway Graham. Duty manager out.
The driver of the failed locomotive, in this case Railway Bayhurst, hands the token to the driver of the rescue locomotive.
Railway Graham to Railway Duty Manager, you receiving me, over?
Yes, receiving you, Railway Graham.
Railway Graham to Railway Duty Manager, just to inform you I'm now coupled up, have the token and ready to proceed, over.
Thank you, Railway Graham. I understand you're now coupled up to the broken down train and you have the token. You now may proceed as far as your token allows, over.
Railway Graham to control, understood, have clearance as far as the Eleanor's Junction token stop board, over.
That's correct, Railway Graham. Duty manager out.
As Railway Graham is now safely coupled to Railway Bayhurst and in possession of the Woody Bay to Eleanor's Junction token, the duty manager can now authorise Railway John to continue as normal. We will now look at another example of a locomotive failure. This time, Railway John has failed in the Willow Lawn to Eleanor's Junction section. This time, the duty manager requires the other train, Railway Bayhurst, to proceed as far as their token allows. Once Railway Bayhurst is stationary at the token stop board, the rescue locomotive can be cleared to run in the wrong direction through Eleanor's Junction and couple onto the failed train.
And await further instructions, over.
Railer John understands situation. We'll remain where we are and await further instructions, over.
That's correct. Duty manager out. Duty manager Railer Bayhurst, come in please. Railer Bayhurst, duty manager, go in, over. Railer Bayhurst, what is your location at the moment, over? I'm just approaching Wellington Junction, over. Thank you, Railer Bayhurst. Can you proceed to the token stop board as authorised by your token and await further instructions? The train has failed on Eleanor's Bank and I need to get a loco past you, over. Understood, proceed up to the token stop board, wait for further instructions as the train has failed up to Eleanor's, over. That's correct, Railer Bayhurst, duty manager out. Duty manager to Railer Graham, come in please. Railer Graham to Railer duty manager, receiving you, over. Railer Graham, Railer John has failed on the bank between Eleanor's and Haysteel. You need to assist, please. Can you proceed from Woody Bay wrong line and pass Railer Bayhurst on the down line of the token stop board where she remains and assist the failed train on the bank, over. Railer Graham to Railer duty manager, understood, will depart Woody Bay, down Wrong Road, past Bayhurst at the token stop sign at Eleanor's, and will proceed cautiously down to the failed train at Eleanor's Bank, over. That's correct, Railer Graham, duty manager out.
Thank you very much. All right, Chris, thank you very much.
So token up to Eleanor's Junction.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank
for
you.
that. Cheers.
Railer Graham to Railer duty manager, receiving me, over.
Duty manager, go ahead.
Railer duty manager, just to let you know, I now have the token for Willow Lawn, all coupled up and ready to proceed, over.
Thank you, I understand you're in possession of the correct token. You may proceed as far as token stop board where your token allows, over.
Railer Graham to Railer duty manager, understood, we'll take the train as far as where the token permits me to, and we'll exchange tokens with the other train when it arrives, over.
That's correct, Railer Graham, duty manager out.